last episode, there was singing, there was dancing, there was a Bohemian battle of the bards beneath the watchful eye of a three-armed ogre captain, Bella, and it was bloody beautiful to behold. Then the Mercane showed up and the deal was struck in the dark as the cadets went full double agent, delaying their return to Inc. Academy. The crew now flies towards a Purple Monstrosity that resides in a nearby asteroid.
Alright, welcome everybody at home. However many days later this eventually gets uploaded. We are roleINC. We are rolling through Wildspace once again with our Astral Agents and Boats campaign. Let me introduce you to our agents. Agent Goonie. What should the people know about your character?
Agent Goonie reporting in. I will be playing the part of Ace. He was once a half-elf lost boy, swashbuckling rogue, who has found himself in the body of a Githyanki and recently learned his name is Stara. He was a very bad man, wanted by many. Now we're just trying to see where that might take him.
And he should be singing a lot more.
Singing a lot more? Now you know where you're from. All right. Agent Kabuki, what do we need to know about your character?
Hey everybody, I'm Agent Kabuki. I'm playing Axel. He is a human mercenary barbarian stuck in the Leonin body. Don't know quite much about him. There's a few things that have been like snippeted here and there, but that's about it. Let's see where we're going to go tonight.
All right. Agent Wynn, what should we know about Dr. Carey?
Well, she's the best. She's great. She's an excellent drummer. She has just tremendous stage, personality. She's a wizard. She's in the body of some sort of warrior bug man, and she is navigating the ship towards a giant purple worm as we speak.
Beautiful. Agent Viz, what should we know about your character, Zemenius?
You should know that Zemenius is a prince. He's a royal, and he also just led his crew turned band into a overwhelming victory in the bard battle. So he's feeling pretty confident in his leadership abilities right now. And yeah, he's ready to get down, see what his crew can do on a fully functioning ship.
Excellent.
Fully operational battle stations.
Battle stations.
Not only did your crew and yourself win a bard battle, you did it so convincingly that the defeated bard has volunteered to come along on this dangerous mission with you to, as he said, to sing, to cheer you up, to G you on, however he can. The one and the only Galileo Figaro Scaramouche is on board. And you are flying towards an asteroid with a huge cavern, which contains a purple monstrosity. Scaramouche tells you that they fondly, well, not so fondly, call it the Purple People Eater. And clearing it out will be a huge boon for the Pirates Cove that you have recently visited during your interaction with the Mercane. You are flying towards it now, and Galileo seems fairly sure that you need to lure the beast out from its den, lest it will do as it's done many times and just spit its terrifying acid at a distance at the ships that get within range. Which crew roles is each of you taking on this mission?
Well, I'm at the helm, and I'm just going to point out for the record that my last session note from the last session says, "I fly enticingly."
We'll get into a description of what that looks like in a moment.
I'm the captain, of course. Captain Zemenius, ready to lead his crew into overwhelming victory, stylishly.
Of course.
Axel takes command very well, so he'll be the first mate, relaying any orders.
Beautiful.
I was
designated by the
bosun-
captain himself.
I was a bosun on their last operation, but if we don't have a lookout this time, I think I will take that position over.
I'm not sure that Lookout has been unlocked yet, but the role of
Okay.
Master Gunner is
Master
available.
Gunner, yeah. That sounds like something we might need rather than the bosun in this fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
All right. The next order of the day would be to allocate, just very quickly, unless I've done it amazingly from what I remembered off the top of my head of how you wanted to order things, where you want each of your crew members operating. So far I had it that Ace was on one of the guns with...
And one of the eye stalks.
Yes, one of the eye stalk cannons with Von Bibbidi, and Estria on the third one. Von Bibbidi manning the one which has the decaying, stinking body of the formerly in charge
Don't
officer,
look at that.
Officer Ryback.
I don't think we've unlocked his olfactory systems yet.
No, he's oblivious to the stench. On the command deck, I have the navigator and the captain with your friendly visiting bard, and there are 2 jamming stations up there, and then there are 3 jamming stations on the lower deck where I have Axel with Fred teamed up, Vina and her 2 twins, and then McKevin with Cricklet on the 3rd station. But if you want to rearrange things or reposition things so that, for example, Axel might want to be on one of the upstairs stations to more easily get up to the eye stalk cannons in case of an emergency, or however you want to organize things. That's just where I thought you might want to do things.
Okay, so just to be clear, we have basically 2 of the eye stalk cannons are manned currently, and then we have 3 jamming stations manned.
Estria is on one of the eye stalk cannons as well.
Oh, it's true, it's on the eye stalk cannon. Okay, sweet.
But you can rearrange things if you prefer. If Axel, for example, wants to pew pew pew, then Estria can certainly be NPC'd to work on one of the jamming stations.
Yeah, that might be a little bit better just because it might be more fun to have someone active on the cannon, right?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, so Dominus should be like, Axel, I'm gonna need you up on one of the jamming one of the eye stalk cannons. Estria, you take the jamming station.
Okay.
I was born for this.
And we need at least 3 people on a jamming station to get a maneuvering boost. Is that correct?
Yes. For the special maneuvers, a jamming station requires 3 crew members to be able to either help with an offensive tack to give advantage to the cannon fire, or a defensive tack to protect the ship with a defensive maneuver, which I believe will increase armor class of the ship.
Okay, so in that case, Galileo's not. He said he's just gonna cheerlead. I think he's like, okay.
He's happy to be sent wherever you want him. Like he can man a station as well. So he's a
Right, so-
wild card.
Right, I'll have him with what's the slime's name? Zachary.
The slime,
No,
the
yeah.
plasmoid, Fred. Yeah.
Fred. I know it was something. Yeah. Fred.
With a P.
Fred. My boy Fred. Yeah. So he will. Galileo, Fred, and Escher will be on one station. So that way we have 2
Okay.
fully manned jamming stations.
Okay.
Correct. Between and then, if anything, Zaminis can jump on the 3rd if we really want to boost it all the way up.
Yes. Absolutely.
It's
All right.
looking like a full ship, fellas. I like what I'm seeing.
Approaching the asteroid, what we will do is roll initiative, Dr. Carey. Your bonus to initiative is 4. That's given to you by the ship's maneuverability and your current level with the minor thrown as a level 5 navigator gives you a 3 + 1 of 4 to your initiative roll.
Okey-do.
Okay, so before we... Oh, nice.
That's a 21 initiative.
I can do it afterwards. It's cool.
Go ahead, Viz. What are you thinking?
So I was gonna say, as we're kind of getting closer to the asteroid, Zominius will kind of reach out with his deepening and broadening connection with the eternal flame flowing through him, and he'll say, "Dr. Carey, we can't afford to be less than our best for this mission." And he will kind of close his eyes for a moment, heat waves kind of rising off of his body as he reaches out and touches both himself and the good doctor's shoulders and says, may the aspect of the owl of flame be with you, as the aspect of the eagle of fire shall be with me. And he will cast, as a level 3 spell, Enhance Ability on both the doctor and myself, giving me advantage on charisma checks and Dr. Carey advantage on intelligence checks for the next hour.
Nice.
Nice.
Handy.
Yes, let's go. Let's go.
So let me just very quickly clarify the map of the asteroid field that you guys are seeing. You'll notice that there are some significant small asteroids which aren't as large as the largest one on the map. The largest one on the map is the cavernous gourd, where the purple people eater lives. The smaller ones have their own little gravity fields, which can make flight trickier. The gravity fields are marked by golden brown hexes around the smaller asteroids. The effect of that is if you enter one of those brown fields, you're going to have to make a navigator check just to make sure you stay at a safe distance from those asteroids and don't bang into them, essentially. The tiny asteroids are going to have a similar effect, but they don't alter the course of the ship or potentially slow it down if there's an impact. They will just directly do damage to the ship because they're small, running into small bullets, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine that the clear zone from where you're coming from, what would be the southeast of the map, would be where you're leaving the Pirate Cove, and flying over that hole is where there's a clear area of asteroids. It would be the easy way out of this little asteroid belt that works around the sun. But the problem being that there's a monster in that hole that's destroying all the ships that fly over it. So it's a safe area to fly, but well within the reach of the purple monstrosity that lives within. Any other questions that anyone would like clarified about the map that maybe I've missed?
So can we go this way, like fly this way over? Is that clear?
Yes, that would be the clear path, absolutely.
Right, but that's the danger area where the worm will basically...
Right.
Let me see. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I don't like the odds of the ship against an asteroid field. We just want to kind of graze past the side and give a little tempting waggle, right?
Yes, that's the right, Doctor. Think if you can get us close but keep us safe, it'll require some delicate flying, but I believe you can handle it.
Yeah, we'll figure. As long as I can figure out which end of a beholder is this little booty to shake, I can do this.
So you will notice that the token actually has a little yellow tip point on it, and that's where it's facing. To turn, the maneuverability class of this particular ship is pretty good. It's a class 2 ship, so it's got good maneuverability, meaning that you can turn the facing 1 hex at the cost of 1 of your speed. So whatever your speed is, if you turn it, you would lose 1 speed in the turn, so to speak. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you turned 1 hex and then lost the 1 speed and started moving again, you'd have to build that speed back up?
No, you just be 1 turn, and so you say you're moving 3, so you'd one would be a turn, and then you could move 2.
Gotcha. And then you're back to 3 for the next turn.
Correct. The thing is with movement speed is that unless you're deliberately dropping your speed to 0, your ship will continue moving. If you drop it to 0, you're going to be starting at speed 0 again, if that makes sense.
We think we just want to kind of get towards the lip of that huge, like, crater thing. Is that what we think we want?
Sounds like a good idea. We get close. Give us enough cover to get away. Perhaps if we can approach so that we don't have to turn so much before, exposing ourselves, so we can maintain our speed, fly by, perhaps entice the creature out, and then turn when we have enough room. So, maybe approaching this way, for example. Perhaps to the south, we can just skirt the edge of the hole there and bring out the creature.
All right, it's probably good to bring it up to speed too, just to get combat action speed going in case we need to make fast maneuvers.
So the cruising speed, you have it as 3 at the moment. So you're already cruising at speed 3. So it'll be moving three hexes every turn.
So with the
We gotta put down our visors.
yes, with the fully manned 3 jamming stations, we can elevate that speed to 6. Is that right?
Yes, you could dedicate their turn, so to speak, to increase the speed by 1. Absolutely.
Okay.
Engagement speed.
Even if Zomenius wanted to dedicate a turn by jumping on one of the jamming stations above, could increase the speed as well for a little speed boost.
Okay, he's gonna stay with the helm for now with Dr. Carey. So I think with 3 stations, and maybe we'll have one of the. If the station is fully manned with 3 people, we can increase the maneuverability as well.
You could do that instead of the speed. Yes, then you could turn faster.
Yeah.
Then for the cost of 1 speed, you can turn 2 hexes for 1 speed.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should just have each of our jamming stations, just one of them work on speed and one of them work on maneuverability.
Yeah, we have 3 jamming stations active, so we can do 2 speed, 1 maneuverability, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
change them as needed. Yeah.
Increased maneuverability would require the 3, but you do have 2 stations that could do that because they're fully manned.
Vina, you and your team want you to do maneuverability, focus on keeping our ship nimble, and then Galileo and company, you as well. And then to the last station with McKevin, you will say, and you are focused on speed. If we need more maneuverability, I'll jump in and help you.
Okay. So normally the DC for this is a standard 10. Because of the asteroid field where you're maneuvering in and these varied gravity fields about the place, the difficulty for these tasks, including the commands of these tasks, are slightly trickier than normal. So it's 12 is the target. Each of the NPCs has a proficiency with space vehicles and a +3 modifier, so they're rolling at +5.
Okay.
Sweet.
One each take charge of a station each, and the NPCs, once the NPCs have made their roll, for example, only 1 person needs to successfully increase the speed, but all 3 would need to successfully engage in the action of aiding the maneuver. Once it's done, it's set, and then they don't have to do it again.
Sure. Okay. I'll roll for Vina and company, so I need to roll 3.
If they're increasing the maneuverability, yeah, they all 3 need to beat the 12.
Alright, well, we already have a failure. Should I bother rolling or no? Keep rolling? Or they just fail for this turn?
The other 2 could still succeed, and then only 1 person needs to make up for it next turn. If that makes sense.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's a 9 and a 7.
No.
Ooh.
Oh,
Those NPCs.
It's a disastrous start for Vina and the twins. What's
This is
going
why they
on
lost the
there
last race.
is-
I think Vina,
lost.
they're arguing. Vina's trying to compensate for not, being the captain, and she's trying to, she's like, come on, what are you doing? Like, hurry up, and kind of stressing them out, and everyone's just frazzled. And also, I think they're probably kind of scared, to be honest. As we approach the worm, they're probably like, the twins are probably like, why are we doing this? And Vina's trying to get them in line, but it's not working. So they're all kind of squabbling at each other.
Excellent, beautiful image. Who's gonna run the next jamming station?
I'll do the next jamming station. I'll do McKevin and Cricklet. They're doing speed, right? So I just need one of them to
One of them needs to
do it, or
succeed.
do I need both of them?
They can both try it, so they both give a crack at it, but only one needs to succeed. Who is that?
That was I'll make that McKevin. So that'll be the original jamming station that they were using. McKevin's like, I think I got this, and he's trying to twist and turn the little cubes in the right way. It's not working.
But doesn't McKevin have suspiciously high modifiers? They're just too terrible.
Doesn't he what?
Have suspiciously high modifiers for his rolls?
Yeah, McKevin does have a higher modifier. Actually, you're quite right. So that would be a +6 for McKevin. So
that would be a 12.
It would be a 12.
Just barely succeed.
Yes.
Still, that's a 4-2-4-6-4.
Yeah.
It's a garbage rolls.
Get them out of the way now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what went on there for us, Kabuki? It seemed like it wasn't going to work there for a second.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna work, and then McKevin's like, I watched him do this, and then he just uses his arcane abilities instead of trying to use his hands, and then he controls that little piece to start gaining speed.
Nice. That would leave the last jamming station with Estria, Fred, and Galileo. Who's going to run that one for me?
I can do it. Why not? All right. So this is 3 + 5 rolls. Let's see. I was doing good at one point with rolls. All right. Here's roll number 1. There we go. There's a 19.
Someone's rolling.
I'm gonna burn all my good rolls and NPCs. All right. There's another one.
Wow.
Dirty 20. And the last is bam. All right. 24 there.
Tell us what's happening.
That doesn't bode well for Dr. Carey.
Tell us what's happening at the station with Scaramouche there.
Well, Scaramouche, he's got something to prove. Having his true calling of singing, he was defeated. He's got to show us up. We're the big space pirates coming in, so he's got to show us that he can dominate us in our home turf. And I think maybe he's actually seen one of these ships before, and our crew is still kind of clueless and feeling our way through this beholder ship. So he's no. I don't remember his accent. No, you need to the maneuverability isn't about sails. It isn't about rigging. It's about changing the squishy shape. The rock actually changes shape. You can make it more oval this way and turn this way. It maneuvers a totally different way. So he sort of gives pointers about how beholders can steer, because he's in his worldly encounters, he's actually seen one of these ships before.
Beautiful. Okay, so that was they're adding to an offensive or defensive maneuver, or what were they doing?
I think they were adding probably offense. I mean, it's the one that would increase our steering. Is that
maneuverability?
I think they were doing maneuverability.
Okay.
That was is that right? That's what I thought they were doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. That's the one that requires 3.
Right.
Okay, so that would put the maneuverability class up to a 1, which is excellent, allowing the ship to, for the cost of 1 speed on a turn, change the face of the hex 2, almost a full U-turn, so to speak. It doesn't have perfect ability where it can fly in any direction whenever it wants, but almost.
We can do Z maneuvers now.
So the ship, are you just keeping it in a straight line?
Yeah, like I said, what Viz drew his last time looked right, kind of trying to set a path to kind of skim the edge of what looks like the mouth of the crater.
Did McKevin make the speed up to 4?
And the speed was to 4, you're quite right.
Okay.
Right. Are we going down this way, or are we going kind of north up this way?
I had the south path in my head, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to make sure that...
Yeah.
Kind of... Okay, cool.
The purple worm does not show its head. It remains within the cave, giving you some more time to adapt to this strange alien tyrant ship as you move closer. So,
do we have limited ammo in this thing? Like, can I sort of reach out in my head and sort of feel like if there's limited stock of blasts?
Well, give us an Arcana check on that one.
I will. And I hear it'll be with advantage, hopefully.
I think you can just roll it, yeah.
Yep. That's a 23.
You are fairly certain it's drawing from the energy within, like, the almost fleshy walls, and you think that it should have a limited amount of ammo for whatever your purposes are with this battle.
Yeah, this thing is so gross. Do you think it might help to like? Do you think it might help to like strafe the rim of the crater to kind of wake it up?
Potentially, but maybe we want to wait until we're a little bit.
Yeah, what is our range?
Closer.
Okay,
for
yes. So
blasters.
the maximum range of the ice stalk cannons is 8 hexes. That would be
8
long,
hexes. 3, 4,
the absolute
5,
longest
6.
range possible.
Okay.
Within 4 hexes, you are at optimal range and can attack without any disadvantage. From 5 hexes to 8, you're at disadvantage.
All right, so we should be in range to do that next, just a little
Next
bit.
turn.
Next turn.
So those on the cannons are holding their fire then,
Yeah, just get a little wake up call.
or are you blasting the edge of the crater? Gunners, make your decision now.
Yes, Axel's gonna fire at the edge of the crater
Okay.
with
We
disadvantage.
need range. I don't even know if we're in range for that yet.
We will be next round.
Oh, okay.
I'll wait till next round and I'll do it then.
Can I
do
put
it now.
markers on?
Is that what you meant?
Let's see. 1, 2,
Whoa, no! What am I doing?
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we're like 2 hexes away from the rim. If
You could
max
hit
range
like
right now.
there though, probably like we're close-ish to there. If you wanted.
Warning shot? Okay. Understood. Sending.
We haven't fired these things yet. I don't know what you know exactly. All right, we're testing the hit a broadside of a barn theory here.
That just fires off into space. Ooh.
It's good. Get the practice.
This is all.
Fire.
This is weird.
It is weird.
What's going on here?
There's a squishy up there, like a squishy down here.
Oh my.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
I-
squishy.
Do the eye stalks like move?
Okay, just-
Yes, it's hard to control. Very hard.
Do we roll for V9 company at the top?
Yep.
All right, I'll give them a quick roll. Wow.
Oh my god, we suck tonight. Oh
Boy.
my god.
I'm not even gonna say anything until I'm done.
4. That's a 4.
Okay, so
It's a
9,
9.
9, 14. So one of them succeeds. I guess one of the twins finally kind of locks in. Pina's still frazzled. Maybe they're looking. they're just nervous. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
4, 4, 9, 1. All right.
What was that roll
Roll
for
the
the Kabuki exactly?
Yeah.
What was it?
That was for Cricklet. That was for Cricklet.
Oh,
And he's gonna. Do you need me to roll a normal 20 for the natural one?
their station is actually already, thanks to the
McKevin?
just successful in the end roll from McKevin, is already increasing the speed by 1. So they just maintain that now. But Cricklet seemed to be messing around with shit. McKevin's like, look, stop touching, okay?
I've got this.
Meanwhile, the maneuverability remains good, but the speed is stuck at 4. Heading in a straight line still, I imagine? If you're starting to turn, let me know.
Yeah, no, I think we want to head. I think we want to tick one hex north
Yeah.
to make sort of a more direct path towards the rim.
Okay, so you want it to be here instead, right?
Yeah, we'll change the facing so that the arrow is pointing sort of 1 hex facing.
Okay, so here,
Northwest.
Northwest.
there, like that.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
And then head that way for 2 or 3 ticks.
Right.
The Purple Monstrosity remains inside of the cave. Those on the ice stalk cannons, however, can make a perception check.
Okie dokie. Need someone to roll for Von Bibbity.
Von Bibbidi, if he sees something, doesn't make any comment.
Oh.
Okay.
There is a slight movement on what seems to be the edge of the crater, as though little tiny rocks are like falling in, as though it were trembling, so to speak. Ace is oblivious to that, though. It's all quiet on the western front.
Falling rocks! Falling rocks! Should I shoot?
Evasive maneuvers.
You could shoot the edge of
Jason.
the crater if you wanted to now.
Yeah, fire away!
I'm gonna try, yeah. I want to try.
Turn for a broadside.
Feel for it.
Oh, had.
boy, oh boy.
Those are not quite where you wanted them to go, but there are a few impacts on the crater. And
so Minius gives the doctor a kind of not worried look, but he just kind of gives him a look and gives her a look and says, Doctor, I think we're going to have to stay quite close to the beast if we want our gunners to have clear shots. So just keep that in mind and get ready.
Yeah, I think it's good we're getting that maneuver. I think we'll need to glance off that edge and maybe turn around as fast as possible. I think you're right.
That's correct. Okay.
a massive purple worm-like creature surges forth from the darkness, bringing us back to your guys' turn.
There she is, Doctor.
Enemy sighted! Enemy sighted!
Full ahead?
Pull ahead, Doctor. We need to get close to that thing, but keep our maneuverability up. He says, Vina, get your station in order! Do we need to do initiative, or are you just kind of acting all together as one?
No, you beat the. It's going to go on the after your ship's initiative.
Okay, so we all kind of basically act together, do everything.
Yep.
Okay.
If you prefer to roll initiative so that you guys know how you want to do your turns, but it's irrelevant because they don't have a counter crew that's trying to do things at the same time as you. So, however you want to.
No, you don't have to. I'm fine with that. So I'll have Vina station. They're gonna act Vina and the two twins. Okay, so that's one success. I'll say for the other twin, and then Vina is last. All right, she succeeds.
Okay.
She succeeds quite wildly. So that station is locked in, and I'd say they're doing maneuverability as well. So
okay, you've given the ship perfect maneuverability with 2 stations dedicated to its maneuverability.
All right, there we go.
So it could, if it wanted to, hit in reverse now.
Oh,
nice.
Drift. Space drift.
Do I need a roll for Kevin's thing to keep speed up?
Nope.
I think we just need.
They just maintain speed 4.
Once it's active, we need to keep one person there, and the other person can sort of move off to do other things if they want.
The 3 will need to stay dedicated to keep the maneuverability so high. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So Cricklet's on standby then while McKevin's powering the speed.
Cricklet could head to another place and try and increase speed further.
Oh, okay. Cricklet will go up to the command deck on one of the other jammers and try to increase speed.
Okay. It's going to take him a couple of turns to get there, though. So.
Understood.
Yeah, Cricklet.
Use those legs.
Did we send Galileo off of the deck? He's down underneath now?
He's down below, and he's singing a rock ballad is now being pumped from the lower deck to hearten those down below.
I'm all of a sudden wondering how far that thing can come out of its hole, but I guess we'll find out.
We will find out. I believe it's. Are we in range yet? First,
I'm totally. I'm full
Closer,
speed.
closer.
Okay, 1.
Full speed straight at it is what I want.
3.
Take us closer and we'll
4.
shoot it.
Yep. Wait.
As you enter the gravity field of this asteroid, Dr. Carey's starting to feel the wobble as you've closed in on it. So just give me a navigator check. 14 is what you need to beat. So you're using your ability now with spaceships and Arcana.
That's Arcana. Arcana Navigator's tools are all the same as far as my bonus goes. That is a 24.
Perfectly done.
So Minius will call out to the gunners. Gunners, hold your fire until it enters our effective range.
Copy, Captain, copy.
Captain.
Okay.
All right. So I guess they can ready their actions.
Yes, they can ready their actions for when it comes to the hexes.
I'm trailing it with my eyes.
I believe 1, 2, 3, right here when it reaches right here. Take your shot.
Oh no, I forgot to read the rules. But attacks of opportunity in space.
And someone needs to roll
Bombivity.
for Bombivity. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot of dice.
Ooh.
Roll for them. Oh.
Get you some dice rolls in there, buddy. Get some dice rolls in.
Who wants to roll for Bombivity?
I think Zoe was.
Yeah, I'll roll for him. Sure.
Oh, cool. So you got sneak attack.
Yes.
That's fine.
Ooh, nice. That's 10d6.
You've actually got it in
Yeah,
your
you
in your
should-
weapon.
you
Action
should-
sheet.
In your actions, I added
On your character sheet
an
now.
ice stilt cannon to each of your character sheets.
The weapons on the action tab.
Yeah, I don't see it in mine.
Oh,
I can just
Should
roll
be.
10d6 for now.
did I neglect it?
I can just roll it on there for you since you.
Yeah, you can throw it out there.
You're quite right. I thought I'd done everyone's.
It's okay. It's alright.
Ah, I knew I'd get the hang of this.
These guns are pretty cool.
The beams of force smash into the rock-like purple face of this creature as it opens its terrifying maw. Its whole mouth looks like it's jagged rocks, and it just spits something vile green from the back of its throat towards the ship.
Incoming enemy projectile.
It's a Moogie!
We can't take defensive maneuvers until next turn, correct?
You could change instead of doing like a maneuver to so you've got to choose between which maneuver you're doing, whether you're doing keeping the speed, whether you're increasing maneuverability, or you're doing either an offensive or a defensive attack, which gives
Right,
a
right,
bonus to Dr. Carey's attempt to make a offensive or defensive attack. Dr. Carey can do that anyway, but you can provide bonuses to his roll.
Okay.
It
Plus
gl-
14. That's literally.
glances
like
off
for 14. Alright.
the edge of the ship. However, it then surges forward, leaving its long, massively long neck exposed as it closes in to try and bite.
No, that I don't like.
That seems like a lot.
Okay,
Ah,
so
Oh, wow.
the ship is actually not taken damage, so to speak, but it's trying to grab on. And Dr. Carey now needs to move the ship suddenly to be able to avoid the grapple. Normally, if this was like a creature, it would be like a dexterity save, but this is a navigator check. And the DC to avoid being clamped down between the teeth of this creature is 19 on your navigator check.
19 is quite high. It's nice to have advantage. All right.
Yeah, I figured that would be.
well, that was a great freaking job.
I somehow missed. What is happening? Okay, let's just do this. I know how to play the game of Dungeons and Dragons. Ooh, double sevens. That's a 14.
Okay, the ship has been restrained, reducing its speed to 0.
Yikes.
That would bring us back to the cruise actions.
I'll fire down his throat.
Yeah. Gunners, keep hitting him with everything you've got. Dr. Carey, I need you to get us out of here right now.
Yeah, I'll try.
You're going to need a minimum of 1 speed for him to be able
Okay.
to try and break the restraint.
So in that case,
Adam's already doing speed, right? So it doesn't. Or could he make another check?
No, the
Yeah, does he
speed
need
has
to
been
basically
reduced to
make a
0,
check?
so it needs to be remade. So if that happens, then
Okay,
you need to
perfect.
remaneuver. Yep.
Nice.
Tell us what's happening there.
You see him. You see him like he's been holding that like floating cube with his arcane power, and it stops in the middle of his hand. And you see him like veins start popping out on his forehead, and he just starts focusing, and you start seeing the cube just start spinning again really fast in revolutions, and he gets power back up and running.
Beautiful. Back to 1 speed. The ship can now attempt to escape. What are the other
Okay.
crews doing at each of the jamming stations.
So, do they need to, if they're locked in from, do they also need to restart basically?
No, because they're
everything
dedicated to
if-
maneuverability, which gives the ship
Right.
the ability, instead of to turning out of the moor, could actually back out now. So
Right. So that's what they'll keep doing. One of them will increase. I'm trying to think. I guess one of them will. I'll say Vina will keep increasing maneuverability. And who's controlling the other crew?
the other crew
Galileo.
is Galileo.
Okay, yeah, I think they will also be doing maneuverability to allow us to reverse if we escape. So they'll stick with that.
Axel's gonna keep firing down the throat.
I will fire too.
Yes.
Get
Yikes.
us out.
Oh
There's a lot of
Yeah.
D6s. Good lord.
All right. What happened with Axel? What happened with Ace?
Axel seeing the big uvula or whatever that thing's called in the back of its throat and aim for it.
The dangly bit.
Yeah, the dangly bit.
I think
A
I got a
direct
little
hit of the
spooked.
dangly bit. Excellent.
I got a little spooked when it bit down on us and just kind of freaked out for a second.
Mm,
Okay.
it's the miss. Vivity stuck in the body. He like fell off after the bite. He's stuck down there trying to get himself out.
He's stuck in the rotting flesh of
Yeah.
the quartermaster. Ew. This is really unpleasant, even though I have no tactile sensation.
What would happen if you threw that nasty corpse down the gullet of a big space worm?
So Minisa won't act this round. He'll keep. Yeah, there's nothing for him to do right now, except kind of keep an eye on the situation. He's holding his actions right now, basically.
Is there some sort of captain thing you can do to give someone an advantage or something?
I can boost someone, give them a D4, but none of the checks seem close enough and I can only do it once per person per long rest, so none of them seem close enough to where that would make a difference. So he's gonna hold for now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a full action for me to try to steer us out of this thing's mouth?
Yes, you're going to have to try and break from the grip again at 19.
19. That's still. I feel like that's just as high as it was last time, though.
Yes, that is. That's what it was last time.
21.
Cool.
Okay, you can move one in any direction because that is your speed.
I think straight back is the direction to move. Well, I guess that takes turning though, doesn't it? I probably can't do. Can I do that?
Perfect maneuverability. You can back out
Oh.
at the moment. Yeah.
So it takes no movement to turn in any direction.
Not in this case. No, you're starting from 0, so you change the facing by giving it a new facing in this case. If you were moving, then yes, it would take 1 to be able to go in any direction.
Okay.
But in
Got
this
it.
case, as you started from 0, you're basically
go in any
choosing a
direction.
new facing.
Okay. So yeah, just straight away from it. If it's just one speed.
There?
Yeah.
That will give you your new facing. So
Zominius will give the doctor. He'll say, "All right, doctor, well done. Keep calm like that, and we'll get out of this in one piece. You're doing excellently, doctor." And
I really thought space fighting would be a lot less gross than this.
I'm not sure why you thought that. To be honest. Give Dr. Carey a bardic inspiration.
Sweet.
What are you doing, Doctor? Get back in the mouth. That's where we need to be.
Okay. It's gonna spit as you guys are moving away. And this
God.
time it hits. Dr. Carey, you'll be the dexterity save of how directly this hits. So 19 on
Yep.
your check for the save for the ship.
What is the save? What is the modifier for the ship?
No. I'll let you use your navigating skill as the modifier.
Oh, got it. Sweet. Does that get the same skill check with the same advantage I've been rolling and everything?
Yep.
Sweet. That is a 16. That does not do
What's
it.
the DC?
This is
19.
Oh, you can roll the. Oh, okay, well, that's fine.
Oh, I guess yeah. The D. I could have done the D4.
Yeah, but that's fine.
All right. The actual impact of the acid doesn't break the ship's hardened outer core. but then the burning acid begins to
Ugh.
sink in, unfortunately.
Okay.
And then you're luring it even further, which is going to make it much harder for it to retract if you're able to get away, but it's being lured further and further out of its hole to try and grab a hold of you. It does have a multi-attack, so it can spit and bite.
Got a skin.
Plus 14,
Yeah.
boy. All right, do I need to roll another save to be not grappled?
Yes, you do.
All right, I might want to do the. Do I have to call my? If I use inspiration, can I see the result
You
first?
could afterward. You could do afterward.
All right.
For Bardic Inspiration.
Oh,
Yes.
20 there.
Nicely done,
All right,
nicely done.
dodged it that time.
It can't get a grab of this nifty, enticing pilot who is dodging and weaving. All right,
That's right, Doctor. Just like that.
back to the crew.
So Minius will call up to Ace and say, "Steady hands now, Ace. I've seen you do it before. You've got this." And give him a Bardic Inspiration.
Oh,
And that's his turn for now.
What are the other crews dedicating themselves to? Are they maintaining maneuverability? They want to get the speed up?
Vina will continue
Kevin's still gonna.
maneuver. Yeah, we'll continue
Yeah,
maneuverability.
Kevin's still gonna do speed.
Okay, so he's maintaining his work jamming station at 1. What about the other ones that have given you perfect flight? Are they going to try and pump up the speed?
I think they might do. What does the offensive maneuver give us?
It would give you advantage on your cannon fire if you achieve an offensive.
I
maneuver.
was considering doing the defensive though, because that gives us plus 3 AC.
True, but with plus 14, it feels like
Oh, 14, yeah, that's
a lot
like.
of things cut off.
I mean, that
Yeah,
only
they're
it's like 25% hit.
offensive maneuver.
You think I should take this thing head on?
Yes, Dr. Gary, let's go!
Yes,
Into the mouth!
my captain.
It's
The faster we do it, the less it can
Doctor.
bite us.
And quickly, we need to make sure we destroy it before it can retreat as well. So yeah, they will do a boost to the offensive maneuver. Get us in a perfect firing position, Doctor.
Oh, still did not help me.
Boy.
Take my shot. I can see it better outside of
Axel,
They still have,
Axel's like
they still
looking
have to
throughout
achieve.
the
They still have to
stuff.
achieve the bonus, and Dr. Carey still has to achieve the offensive maneuver, though.
Right.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry. Well, I still missed.
so
I need to roll my.
Okay.
Sorry.
So they need to roll +5 and.
Yes. Okay.
There we go.
Ace.
That was almost another 20.
No, so they collectively, there's 3 of them. They've made their collective turn, so they have succeeded. They've given a +1 on one of the stations, is giving a bonus of +1. They had the required number of crew. That's something that they would have to repeat each turn, though. It's not something that they can just maintain that bonus. So the 3
I
collectively
see.
make 1 check each turn, and if they're successful, they provide a +1 bonus.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So
right,
what are
so-
the other crew going to do?
Vina's maintaining maneuverability.
Okay, cool. So you're at 2. You're at 1 maneuverability instead of, so it's excellent
Yeah.
maneuverability. Okay. Is Dr. Carey making that?
Standard piloting, offensive tactics. That is a 20. That seems like it'll
That's
beat
good.
whatever DC I need.
Yes. So the cannon fire does have advantage this round.
Sweet.
Axel missed his already.
All right, you
He's
can
like
jump.
looking over at it. He's like looking over at Ace. Come on, Ace, hit him! And he's only using one hand, so he misfires.
Getting too excited.
Ace, on the other hand.
Nice.
Pichu. It's a good roll.
Tell us about that one there, Goonie.
It's actually way easier to, for some weird reason. Yeah, I just felt much better
Oh,
about the attack not being directly inside the giant
That was a mistake.
dragon's mouth.
That's a fair position. Fonbibity, who's rolling for Fonbibity?
Oh, I shouldn't have done it. That sucked.
Dr. Minius is going to use his rally ability as a captain and say, I'm trying to think, what do you inspire a robot? He would just say, you have a heart, Stompability. I know you do. Don't lose faith. And so first of all, he has to attempt a persuasion check, and he has to beat a DC 15, I believe. So he'll throw that out there. Let's see. Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, with the
Plus
it's a
10.
29. So you can throw a D4 on top of that. Oh, nice. That's a
Nice.
21.
I'm fairly
gonna
certain
hit?
you are incorrect, Captain. But I feel much better about this living goo on my leg since I fell into the dead body here. Ooh, another heavy hit.
Heavy
In
hit.
the
That's-
captain's
that's the way
defense,
some bibbidi.
that goo could be a heart.
It could be.
The purple monstrosity. So the ship has moved away another 1 at the continued speed of 1. The spit follows the ship.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, that +3 wouldn't have done nothing.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Thudding heavily into the same spot, already weakened by the acid, you hear this nasty crunch as a part of the ship caves in. And
Daddy!
roll that Constitution, that DC 19 save. See if you can halve this acid damage, Dr. Carey.
We need some sort of klaxons to turn on. I did not. 16.
You have
Oh yeah, no, got the right. Is that a D6?
D6, yeah.
This seems like 10 to do. 1, for God's sake. 17.
Uh-oh.
It is for 43 again.
Oh, okay.
All right. The ship's a bit worse for wear. You see that the monstrosity reaches to its absolute limit now to actually leave the hull. It can go no further, but it's going to make its last attempt to try and snatch its prey at the edge of the crater.
Oh, almost a 4.
All right, and one more save.
Uh-oh.
It bites down on the same spot, a weakness now in the shell of the tyrant ship. So make that all important roll as it tries to snatch you up again.
No, 7. That's not gonna do it. 17.
The ship's speed is reduced to 0 once again as it's caught.
This is for Axel.
It's my time! Did Cricklet make it up to the command deck yet?
Cricklet's there. Yes, he is now available.
He's gonna
Alright.
try to give speed.
He does
Successfully, right?
it. He does it. Yes.
Alright.
Speed 1 is back.
Fire everything! Doctor, get us in a position! I don't know if you can. Can he attempt an offensive tech while we're grappled?
Instead of escaping, sure. If you give it instead of escaping, it would have disadvantage to pull off, giving you making it a normal roll. If you were to say, let's just stay here and blast down the throats, I'm going to jiggle it around to just make sure the eye stalks can point down the guy's throat instead of being caught out and pointing into space. But it's not actually escaping. You're using your 1 speed to kind of like do a donut on the spot kind of thing.
Okay, sick. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Zombies to say, we are not getting out of this. We need to destroy our enemy. Doctor, feel the guiding hand of the flame. And he'll give him bardic inspiration. And then call out, fire everything.
All right, here's the skill check for the.
Oh yeah, make sure it's no advantage.
No advantage?
Do you want the bonuses from your crew dedicating to that as well? Trying to.
Yeah. So do the bonus. The crews they have to roll for that again, right? So,
They need to roll that 12.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1 plus 1. Are 2 crews gonna dedicate to that?
Yeah, Vina will. Yeah, because we called out. Vina will also attempt to do the same. Vina and the twins. Vina rolls
That's funny.
Providing
So
a
they finally get it
+2.
together.
So that's a total of +3 for Dr. Carey's offensive
From the
attack.
crew, but
No advantage.
But no advantage.
Because you're canceling out.
All right.
Does that offensive attack need the 3-person from the jamming station, or just a single person from the jamming station? Never mind. Not even saying.
Just all the eye stalks just point directly down the throat.
Yes. Yes. This is all coming together perfectly. All right, boys. Let it rip.
Yes. Very nice. Yes.
Oh boy.
I thought
Okay, was not enough. Oh. Ace did it. Yes.
All right, the laser force beams shoot down into its exposed guts, tearing its innards apart, and it flops down, and its jaw kind of opens, releasing the tyrant ship, battered and bruised, but intact. The creature is dead. You hear a massive cheer led by Galileo. The creature is dead! Magnificent! We shall have casks full of its mighty poison to sell. And you, my friends, you have earned the casks. Oh, casks like this you have never seen. Only the mightiest casks can house the spit of the purple people eater. And he's digging out. He pulls out his axe and wow.
Yeah. It's much partying. Yeah, Dr. Dominius just looks over to Dr. Carey, gives her a nod. Just like there's sweat coming down, his red hair is like stuck in whirls on his forehead and stuff. There's still sparks flying in the helm. Good flying, Doctor.
You still hear fire and cannons go off while Astral celebrating. Atlas cannons.
Just look kind of surprised, like, you did it? God
did
is
it.
dead? Dead?
So, he's going to Galileo. What do we need to do to harvest this creature? And perhaps we should enter its lair and see if there's anything of interest that they might have, some salvage or anything down there.
Galileo's is the most valuable thing of this creature is its spit, but it is so volatile that no normal material can hold it without disintegrating over time. But we have the casks. The casks can hold the spit. I say we return to the docks to tell the good news to the others, and we'll come and harvest, and we'll give you the casks so you can harvest your share too.
All right, you're the expert. This is this was your terror, so.
I mean,
all right.
No living creature apart from this is being down in that dark hole. But if you wish to explore that, of course we could. But I know that the poison is quite magnificent.
All right, let's
the
hurry on
acid,
home
if you
then.
will.
Let's hurry on back then. Doctor, chart us a course back to the port.
So it shall be.
Can we drag the course behind us?
I think.
So you have to have its own gravity.
I mean, I don't know how huge it is. But
It is huge.
It's obviously
It is
massive.
huge. So
It's massive.
Yeah, we can leave it.
It's still massive.
how to calculate that? It's like
Yeah.
300.
I mean, it probably would be very difficult to pilot safely, like accounting for the drag and everything.
Yeah, I'm not
But yeah,
sure
we can just
exactly
go.
how
We can
many-
go and come back.
Oh, we can have a Moby Dick scene where we get a bunch of people in little boats and have them go out and, lance it around.
Absolutely. It's a short flight back to the dock, honestly, and
Yeah.
within a few minutes, you're actually back there. Scaramouche is waiting impatiently at the door to tell the good news. And how about is here probably a good moment for a quick bio break, snack, whatever, and we'll
Yeah.
be back in 5?
Sounds good.